We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He's an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he powers his way up past the 30. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, Hamlin.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Hamlin, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped it well short of the 1st down at the 29. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now Allen. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Bills' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Down inside the 10.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run.
And the Bills will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, 1st quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
The extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. A 10-play drive that time. And a nice play on the end of it. An 18-yard touchdown run.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
11, 12, 11, mighty, 11, mighty.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
And he's got a Bengals 1st down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 11 Thomas.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
47 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
11.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it, no matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
But they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Hamlin. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. It's a gain of 3, and it gets them to 1st. They'll keep it on the ground. Hamlin, 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Hamlin, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. They do go for it. Here's Allen. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Up the middle they go. Hamlin. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Right back to him on 1st down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now a handoff up the middle. Hamlin losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here we go on 4th down, and he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. No dice for Sean McDermott and the offense, and the Bengals will get the football back.
11 MT, take! 11 MT, take!
Now Burrow on 1st down. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
12, 12, 12. 11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11, 11, 11, 11.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And oh, he coughed it up. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And he's going
to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards, first down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And Burrow going to throw again.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Here we go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Burrow will throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Bills force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. They run the counter. Hamlin. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, Hamlin. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll run on first down. Hamlin. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Bills. And they've had their way running the football, well over 100 yards already as a team, with 2 more quarters still to come. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. These 2 teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. I haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On third down, Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Hamlin. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On first down, Hamlin. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On 2nd and 7, Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Here we go.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. Allen going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
On second down now, Hamlin. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And they're going to speed things up here. On third down, Hamlin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air.
Down the numbers. There he goes. 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
And talk about a quick answer. This looked like a missed assignment. You'd think someone would be able to rein him in after he makes this catch, but he's so slippery in the open field, he's able to take it all the way to the end zone.
And after the catch, boy, look at the next-gen stats. Says he covered better than 70 yards all told. Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
Oh, this is blocked. This is going the other way. And now off to the races down the right side. Past the 20. And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Well, I think I need an oxygen mask after those last 2 plays, CD. The long touchdown followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
I wonder if after that long touchdown, if someone actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown in protection led to the block.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He has had a whale of a game. In the third quarter, you're already over 200 yards. I don't know what more he can do at this point.
Not a whole lot, and what he has found is that zone that we always talk about, where every carry feels great. Every carry potentially is a sprint to the end zone, and all he wants to do is ride it as long as this game goes on.
Yeah, now he's just thinking 300 yards maybe. Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing on first down is Allen. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. And he takes us up right near the 45-yard line. On third down, Hamlin. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 244 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. To throw again on second down. Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, but also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
11, Thomas. 11.
Here's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. First down. Here's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And the Bills are going to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They'll run on first down. Hamlin. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier, now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught one as well.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Here we go, Laddie. When you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Here we go, here we go.
The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now it's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd finding space at the 40. And he is going to have the Bengals first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains. Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. To the air again, Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
They run the counter. Hamlin. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run the counter. Hamlin. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. Allen now looks to throw. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around it. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
No dice for Sean McDermott on the offense. And the Bengals will get the football back. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield.
Holding.
Let's get the call. Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A final shot now for Burrow. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.